Hey! So this video is to talk a little bit more about why I'm going to Montessori training and kind of what led me there. So for those of you who don't know, who haven't necessarily been on the whole journey with me or who haven't gotten some of the details and are kind of like, wow, this is a big thing, how did she get there? I'm going to talk about that here.
In the rain, in the sun, God is good all the time.
Well, I went to Montessori school from when I was a toddler through the end of 3rd grade. After 3rd grade, I went to traditional school starting in 4th grade. But when I reached high school, I started working at an after-school atrium, so Catechesis of the Good Shepherd. That was at the school that I used to go to when I was a child. And I had always been sort of really connected to that community. I had really good friends who went there, family friends who worked there. And so it was really good to be back. And I really enjoyed being with the kids, but it wasn't something that I was really thinking about a lot. It was just an after-school job. You know, COVID happened my sophomore year, so everything kind of shut down. It was really, really crazy. And I sort of was like, God, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, where are you gonna put me? At the time, I was really wanting to finish out high school at the Catholic high school that I was going to. And I was thinking about going to Franciscan to pursue a degree in psychology. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life because I felt like I had all of these passions and interests, and I kind of felt that I was a jack of all trades, master of none, which was a sort of sad feeling, you know? I felt that I was creative, but I was logical, and I had all of these talents, and I really loved psychology, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna make all of my talents meld together, and most importantly, for the greater service of my community and in service to God. My junior year, I ended up homeschooling myself. When I finished up my junior year a little bit early, I kind of looked at what credits I had left and I was like, wow, I really only need a few more credits to graduate and I am feeling super sick of high school. I ended up just being like, you know what, we're just gonna do my senior year. But I did not do it a senior year. I did it a senior couple of weeks. I graduated a year early, and it was kind of funny because one day I was sitting with my mom. And so my mom is the head of school at the school that I work at. And at the time she was like, oh, I need an assistant for this primary classroom. And then she kind of looked over at me and she was like, do you want to be an assistant in the primary classroom? And I said, sure. And she was surprised, but I was like, you know what? Don't really know what I'm gonna do with my life right now. I should save up some money if I'm gonna go to college anyways. So let's do this and see what happens. And I just felt like I was coming home again. I loved the community. I loved being with the children. I just enjoyed it so much. And I came to realize that this is what my talents were suited for. This is what I was meant to do. I really felt like I was serving the community and doing something important and meaningful. Yeah, so once I realized that, I thought, wow, I don't need to go to college to get my training in Montessori for 3 to 6-year-olds. And I don't need a college degree to teach 3 to 6-year-olds. But at that point, I kind of decided, you know what, college is not for me. And I think I want to be trained and get my AMI 3 to 6 diploma so that I can be a lead in a primary classroom. And so that's when the journey started of looking for trainings. But it was after COVID and a lot of the programs were at least partially online. I'm just someone who it really needs to be in person if I'm gonna learn. And I also think that with Montessori training particularly, it's really about relationship and connection, and so much of it is using the actual material. And I just really knew that I don't learn off of a screen very well, that I needed to be in person. So it was a struggle to find courses that were in person. Over the past years since I've decided to take Montessori training, I've applied for 2 courses, and both the courses ended up not being able to run because they didn't have enough people, which both times I was really heartbroken. But both times I offered that to God and I said, God, I know that your dream for me is better than my dream for myself, and that if you're shutting this door, you're going to open another one. If this is what I'm meant to do, you're going to make it happen. I ended up finding this last year a course running at the Maria Montessori Institute in London. So the Maria Montessori Institute in London was founded by Mario Montessori, her son, which was pretty cool. And my primary teacher, when I was a child, actually received her training at this same school. I thought this could be the thing. This could be the thing that God was telling me to wait for. This could be the course. So I applied. And I think in January of 2024, I got accepted. After I applied, there was a whole, back and forth process of getting all the documents in that I needed for my application. And then I was accepted and I paid my fee to be accepted to the course, then later paid my course fees. And so I'm gonna be going, which is crazy. So I applied for my student visa in June 2024, which was right after I received my CAS allocation from the UKVI, which is something that you need in order to be able to apply for a UK student visa, I was kind of stressed about that because it took a long time, and I thought I was gonna be able to apply for my student visa a few months earlier than I actually was able to, so I was feeling really stressed about that. But I got it, and I applied for my student visa. I got accepted shortly afterwards and received my student visa in July. But at this point, I've got my plane tickets, I'm ready to go, and yeah, I'm so excited. So thank you guys for listening. That was sort of a little recap of my journey to get here, and yeah. Bye.
God is good all the time.